Good morning, Stephen Decatur Middle School. Today is Friday, February 26th, A Day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stand at this time for the moment of silence.
Today's lunch is Mickey cheese pizza, steamed carrots, baked hash brown rounds, or ham and cheese on Hawaiian bun, strawberry cup, and apple slices.
Say cheese. Picture Day is returning. Students will have their picture taken right here at school on Monday, March 1st for A group, Monday, March 8th for B group. Make sure to dress up and smile big.
The book of the week is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This fourth addition to the Hunger Games series will shake the foundations of everything you thought about Snow being president of Panem. In this book, Coriolanus Snow is an academy student in the capital, but the Snow Manor has fallen on hard times with a lack of money falling in the family's plate. Snow and the rest of his classmates are given the assignment of mentoring tributes from each of the districts. Snow, against his expectations, is given the girl tribute from District 12, who makes an astonishing performance at the reaping. What will happen to Snow, his family, his future, and his house? Find out in this amazing fourth edition at your school library or in any library near you.
February is the Black History Month.
Black History Month is where we celebrate the people who are making history for African Americans in our society.
In our 8th grade science classrooms, we are watching the movie Hidden Figures. The movie is about African American women who work behind the scenes on the U.S. first space flight.
In the movie, Katherine Johnson and Dorothy Vaughan are two women who did the major calculations for the flight. Friendship 7. Katherine did the calculations for the go-no-go point, which is the re-entry and landing points of the space vessel.
Her calculations were extremely crucial to this flight because it determined the success of the entire mission. Dorothy Vaughan did something similar. She did the calculations for the IBM 7090 calculating machine, which set the pathway for all modern calculation machines.
This movie is to give credit to people who never got represented for what they do in their lifetime and how good they were at it. In Black History Month, we wanted to do the same thing and thank these people for what they have done for our country.
Today is National Tell a Fairy Tale Day. Fairy tales are a genre of literature that features fantastical magical characters, usually in the form of short stories with fairies, elves, trolls, and witches as the central characters. Fairy tales are set in a magical world with events that takes place once upon a time. Here are 4 fun facts about fairy tales. The first person who made a fairy tale was Madame Dubois in the late 17th century. The first fairy tale was called The Tallow Candle by Hans Christian Andersen. He originally wrote this story was in the early 1800s, but it wasn't discovered and published until the year 2012. The very first version of what we know as Cinderella was written in China around 850 AD, and since then more than 700 versions of the story have been recorded around the world. Here's hoping your National Fairy Tale Day ends happily ever after.
This is Bulldog News interviewing Debbie Mullen from Worcester Goes Purple about an exciting event known as a Wellness Week. Mrs. Mullen, can you tell us more about this Wellness Week?
Certainly, thank you. The Wellness Week is a program that's done every year. Last year was the first year, but it's done the first week of March, and what it is it's set up as what we call a Wellness Week, and it is supported by the Chris Herron organization, and it's done through schools and communities to celebrate and participate in healthy activities. Worcester Goes Purple is an organization that educates and prevents against addictions. However, wellness is incorporating your whole body. It's your mind, your health, your spirit. So the wellness, we want to incorporate all of that together.
Thank you. My first question is, what is Worcester Goes Purple? What's the organization's goal?
Okay, with Worcester Goes Purple, it was actually something that was started 3 years ago, supported by a grant that is actually coming through the Worcester County Board of Education. So the Board of Education is working with me to go out and promote education awareness, to let people know what addiction is, to let it know that it does touch 1 in every 4 people. So it may not be that you're directly addiction. You could have a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, someone in your family. So there are a lot of people that are affected.
Okay. And how long have you been involved with Worcester Goes Purple?
We started in 2019. So we are moving forward. This is actually the 3rd grant year that we're working on now.
Honestly, that is amazing.
Thank you.
If you could tell every student at Stephen Decatur Middle School one thing about substance abuse or anything else about Worcester Goes Purple, what would that be?
I think my most important message, especially with COVID-19, is that all students are important. All students, we care about your physical health, your mental health. Addictions, when people turn to addictions, it's because they feel they have nowhere else to turn. There are other places to turn and plenty of people that care. So we just want students to feel they can reach out.
Thank you so much for meeting with us today, Mrs. Mullen.
Thank you.
We have a lot of birthdays to celebrate this week. Please help me wishing a very happy birthday to the following students.
All students and staff show you Bulldog pride every day by being productive, responsible, involved, and determined.